Welcome to the O'Hanley Fighting Podcast.
Welcome to the O'Hanley Fighting Podcast, number 2, our second edition. Let me just kick it off a little bit with our sponsors. You know, we got O'Hanley Fighting System, my own company. I'm trying to build it from the ground up, and any support on this page would be, really helpful. Then there is HFC, Home Fighting Championships. All the links will be down in the description box, by the way, but they're a backyard fighting league. Very interesting, very, very, very entertaining fights. And then my final sponsor is Ryan Survival Accessories. There's paracord. Basically, if you're into survival accessories or zombies or anything, check out the guy's page. There's some cool stuff on there. So check all those pages out. All the links are in the description, and we're gonna start the podcast right now by getting in Buff on this, and here he is. All right, I'm here with Buff. Welcome, Buff.
Hey man, glad to be here. I'm ready to do this. Let's go.
All right. Well, let's just jump right into UFC on Fox 8.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pretty boring event. I'm not gonna lie.
Scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 6.
I gave it a 4. Unless if Robbie Lawler and Melvin Gillard weren't on the card.
Yeah, it would have been pretty bad.
it would have been worse than bad.
The main event was good. I'm not saying I don't like the flyweight division. I'm just not super excited about it at the moment.
Well, all they really have is 1 or 2 contenders, right? So what is there to get excited?
Mighty Mouse, Dodson, and Benavidez.
Well, I think Uncle Creepy's up there.
Good.
You don't think Uncle Creepy?
I love Uncle Creepy, but he's been sucking so far.
Yeah, and you have to think too. Like he was good when he wasn't fighting the best in the world.
Yeah.
He was fighting guys in what was it, Tachi Fight Palace or whatever?
Yeah. Tai Chi Fight, whatever it was. I don't even know if they're around anymore.
Yeah, and they were fighting, and he was fighting in that league. I'm like, what is that?
He was the number 1 flyweight till the UFC got a division.
Yeah.
He was ranked number 1 till the tournament started.
Who won the first fight? Oh no, it was supposed to be a draw and go into the 4th round, right?
He would. I guarantee you, if they didn't have that mess up, he would have won that fight.
Who, Uncle Creepy?
Yeah.
And it sucks too because it's true. Like, what if that would have happened? What if they didn't mess up?
Yeah. If two things in that fight. If he had just not played to the crowd when he was doing that ground and pound, probably would have got the TKO.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would have not read the cards wrong, he probably would have won the next round and won the fight. Because Mighty Mouse was fading. That's
what I think, man. I don't think Mighty Mouse was prepared for that fight.
Yeah. And then the rematch gave him time to prepare. He knew what to expect, and he got the job done.
Yeah, and it was a good fight, though. I was happy with it.
I think the flyweight fights are exciting. It's just not a division that's deep enough for me to get excited about right now.
Yeah, even 135, it's kind of fading out now that Dominic Cruz hasn't been there for a while, So
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And I'm very disappointed.
John Moraga was.
Oh, you didn't know who John Moraga was?
I didn't know who he was until this week.
But apparently he had 7 wins in a row, right?
Yeah, but I had no idea who he was.
But that's how thin the flyweight division is. If you get 5 wins outside UFC, you basically get a title shot inside the UFC.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Mighty Mouse, he looked good, man. I mean, it's his best performance so far, I think.
I actually agree. He did very, very well in that fight. I'm surprised he finished, actually.
Yeah. I mean, he was going for subs, but I didn't think he was going to get any.
Yeah, and you know what? For being a wrestler, they were saying how Moraga was a wrestler. He had the takedown defense of a 5-year-old.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what? How are you getting taken down all the time, man? I thought you were a wrestler. Come on.
Yeah, I thought he was a wrestler / submission guy. That shows what I know, because apparently not.
Yeah, this guy came out of nowhere, and he's like, nah, I'm just gonna try to punch him in the face.
He landed that one good right hand.
Yeah, one good right hand, and then he gets submitted.
And Mighty Mouse had 100% takedown accuracy. I think he was 11 for 11 on takedowns.
And it was just such a sad performance by him, man. I thought that there was gonna be something huge,
Yeah.
You know, um,
I didn't think I was kind of like half watching the TV because I was like, there's a minute left in the 5th round. Mighty Mouse is just gonna win this decision, so I wasn't really paying attention.
mm-hmm.
Like next thing I know, I look up and the fight's over. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I was kind of the same way.
Did Herb stop it because he thought the arm broke?
I don't think so. I seen his arm moving, but I don't think so. And then I think it was because he yelled or something, or he made like some kind of verbal tap.
Yeah, because I didn't see a tap, so I was like, he must have verbally tapped, or Herb must have thought it broke or something.
I don't think that a fight should be stopped even if the arm's broken. Wait until they tap out.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just
like,
me though.
I mean, like, if it's clear, like when Frank Mir busted up Big Nog there, I mean, clearly, like, oh, I gotta stop that fight, you know.
Well, didn't Nog tap out anyway?
Well, like after it broke.
It still counts.
Her team was like stopping the fight right as Nog was tapping.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
So about the Royer McDonald Ellenberger fight.
I have feelings about this fight. I think it was a boring fight. Let's just start off with that. It sucked balls for all the hype it had.
Yeah.
And I picked Ellenberger to win by KO in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that if it went out of the first round, he was going to lose that fight. And I mean, it was a very good performance by McDonald from a strategic standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
If you were looking at the standpoint of, I needed to make a statement to get a title shot, he didn't get the job done.
Oh, definitely not. No,
he's definitely going to need another win or two before he gets a title shot now.
And the thing is, he already said that he's not fighting George. And me and Kyle McGee were actually arguing about this, that he wants the title, he doesn't want any part of George St-Pierre. And I think it's partly because he knows that he can't beat him.
I think George is better at what Rory does.
At everything, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of have, like, at this point in their careers, they both kind of have the same game plans and skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
And GSP's better at all of it.
See, and that's what I think too, but everyone keeps on saying, oh, Rory would destroy him, I'm like, oh yeah, based on what?
I don't buy the hype, dude.
I don't either. He jabbed Ellenberger.
The first top 10 guy he ever beat.
And even Ellenberger, like, I was giving Ellenberger big ups, right? Because he came out and knocked out, what's his name, Marquardt.
Yeah, dude, that was a big statement.
And then what was he doing in this fight?
Nothing.
In the last round, he should have done what he did to Marquardt.
Yeah, dude, did you see that takedown he got in the last round? He got it so easily.
I think it was like the pressure.
Why didn't he do that in round 1 or 2?
He tried in the first round, I think, and then Rory was able to stop it. And I think Ellenberger just wasn't prepared for that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, oh my god, if I win this,
I never realized how big McDonald really is until him and Ellenberger were in the cage.
He's pretty big, but still.
And I think Ellenberger actually looked kind of small.
I've been saying it for a while, actually. I want Lieben to move down to welterweight.
Like, you might call me, I was I'm like waiting for the fight to start, I'm looking at Ellenberger, I'm like, he looks like he should drop to 155.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some fighters, when you see them, they have like excess muscle or excess fat, and you can see that they should be dropping down.
I mean, he's only like 5'10".
Is he?
Yeah, I don't think he's very tall.
I think him versus Ben Henderson would be a great fight.
Oh, that'd be sick, dude. If he dropped to 155, he'd be a beast.
I think he would lose some of his speed though, and that was what was helping him at.
He would be one strong 155er though.
He'd be like Sean Shirk.
Yeah, dude. Except not as like T-Rex arms and too big.
Yeah, that's true. What was the one before that? It's
Lawler and that guy. Volker.
Oh, Volker. Yeah, it's a bad thing when me and you have to think about a card. That's how you know it's.
Yeah, that's when you know it isn't very good.
When me and you have to think about something like that. Yeah, Robbie Lawler. Sorry, Bobby Lawler.
Dude, he's looking beastly.
He is, but I don't know. I want to see him. And I made a statement on Facebook, and then you're like, oh, he's nothing like Hendricks. What I meant by that is just that it's because the last time I seen him before this fight, he had a beard.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, it's just that power, I mean, you know?
he might. It'd be interesting to see, like, if they did, like, you know how they can measure, like, punching power?
Yeah.
Get him and Hendricks in there and see who hits harder.
Yeah, the reason why I say Robbie Lawler is better is because he throws flying knees and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
And, like, I don't know if it's just he's finally decided to take his career seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been impressed with him till his last 2 UFC fights here.
I'm about the same way. Same with Gillard. And Gillard's kryptonite is whenever he thinks that he can win a fight, that's when he loses.
Yeah.
You know,
like
whenever
Joe Lozon fight, he thought he was going to completely wipe the floor with Joe Lozon.
And he got submitted in less than a minute.
Yeah, the first thing he did was like some sloppy, not set up flying knee. It didn't work, and then Lozon tapped him in the chin, and he was done, and he got choked out.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing for Gillard.
If he sticks to what he did on Saturday, he's going to get back to that contender status that he was almost at.
I would love to see him versus Ben Henderson, or even him versus Aldo. I think that would be a great fight too.
That would be a sick fight. I think Aldo's moving up after Saturday here.
Oh, after he loses his belt?
After he knocks
All right, enough of that. Let's just keep on the card.
I want to see Robbie Lawler fight a true top 10 welterweight. Because I think Koscheck is at kind of the end of his career right now.
Yeah.
I think if Lawler fought Koscheck 2 or 3 years ago, Koscheck would have wiped the floor with him.
It depends if he would have. Oh, big news actually, which kind of pertains to this. Apparently, Paul Daly, he's petitioning to get back into UFC.
That would be interesting.
And what he wants is Diaz 2 in Manchester, England.
That would sell so good, dude.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wow, that would be an amazing sell.
I think he'd win that rematch.
I do too. See, the reason why I like Nick is because of his the way he grew up and everything. I can respond well to that, right? And I hate his antics though. It really pisses me off.
The only thing I like about him is don't be scared, homie.
And no, but the way that he was fighting George St-Pierre, and then after the fight, he's like, oh, he hits like a girl. Why would you talk shit about someone who just beat you?
Yeah.
You just got your ass kicked by someone who hits by a girl. What?
Yeah.
You know, you're a fool for that, man. Come on.
I don't know. Maybe it's all the pot he's smoking going to his head, you know.
That's what I was thinking at first too. But I know a lot of people who smoke weed and they don't talk shit oh no, you know what? A lot of them do actually. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it kind of does.
I mean, I think it's kind of weird, but he should kind of pay attention to his younger brother.
Yeah, I would love to see a super fight.
He's not in the best career spot right now, losing these 2 in a row. But they have the same style. They're pretty much the same fighter. It's just Nate handles himself a tiny bit better than Nick does.
Yeah.
If Nate gets his butt kicked, he gives the guy props, and then gives shouts out to the entire Cesar Gracie camp.
Oh no! But didn't you see the Josh Thompson fight?
I don't remember the end. Did he say some crap?
Yeah, he's like, oh, he's making girl noises, and he kept on running away. That's why he got knocked out. I'm like, come on.
Whatever. Well, every fight before that one, then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Be I respect that guy, and then he'd be shout out to Cesar Gracie, Nick Diaz, Gilbert Melendez, Jake Shields, and everybody at Cesar Gracie's.
Gilbert Melendez is the best lightweight of all time.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up, Nate. Come on, shut up.
Nick loses is that guy was a pussy. He ran for me. He held me down and humped me, and now I'm gonna give shouts out to Cesar Gracie and the whole team.
Yeah, you know what? I'm done with this MMA stuff.
Yeah, I'm tired for the 5th time. I've never been a fan of his, and I mean, he's an exciting fighter and he's got skills. I think he's his own worst enemy.
I think if he if he went to a wrestler oriented camp, I think
for sure.
I think he would be amazing. He stopped some of George St-Pierre's takedowns.
Mm-hmm.
You know how good do you have to be?
That's always been the Diaz kryptonite, is a strong wrestler.
Yeah, but I remember during the Diaz St-Pierre fight, St-Pierre was almost in a Kimura standing up, and the only way George took him down at that point, he slammed him.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and but Diaz was stopping the double legs.
Yeah, what was that like? That was the round that George like gave away to him. Didn't Diaz win that round?
I think he did. I think George St-Pierre, after the Carlos Condit fight, he kind of lost a little bit. Because each time in his last two fights, he's been hurt in the third round.
Yeah, I was going to say it was the third or fourth round, wasn't it? He stood on the feet with Diaz too long, and I was like, George, what are you doing?
Yeah, and it was weird because in the third fight, or in the third round with Condit, he got head kicked.
Yeah.
And in the third round with Diaz, he started getting punched and everything.
Yeah.
And I think there's something wrong with his mentality in in that round, right? Because then he comes back and he slams the fuck out of the guys.
Yeah, now that I'm trying to think back now. I think that's always kind of a round where normally he wouldn't lose it. I think he lost both those rounds to Condit and Diaz, but he would kind of pull off the pedal in that round in his other fights.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm trying to go back a few fights and kind of remember.
I think
that's the round where Jake Shields where he got poked in the eye, isn't it?
Third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah, it's like right in between that third and fourth period there where he kind of loses it a little bit lately.
And I don't know what it is. It's just like
it pains me to say that because he's my favorite fighter, but he's got me worried these days here.
But what I'm thinking in the Hendricks fight, and you know what's funny? Me and you always talk about this, how we just ramble off onto other subjects. But
It's what we do, man.
yeah, and what's it called? The thing with Hendricks is I don't think he's going to be able to last 3 rounds long enough cardio wise to be able to land that big left shot, because a lot of people say
I think Carlos Condit won that third round.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he didn't win it, but the only reason that Hendricks was still in it is because Condit has no takedown defense.
Yeah.
But his strikes were definitely losing their pop in that third round.
That's what I'm thinking. If George St-Pierre can take down Hendricks,
I think it will be tough, but I think he can do it because he's the better MMA wrestler.
Yeah, he doesn't have better credentials. Well, in MMA, he has better credentials, but yeah.
If they put some singlets on and just wrestled, I would take Hendricks all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think GSP can win in an MMA wrestling match.
Yeah, and the thing is, he has I think it was 5 or 7. It's a 5 or 7 inch reach advantage GSP has over Hendricks.
Oh, I bet you it's a pretty good one. I haven't looked yet.
I was looking at it on Sherdog the other day, actually, and yeah, like it's a 5 or 7 inch reach. And how is he going to get by that? Come on, are you joking me? You're saying to me that George St-Pierre is not going to be able to jab the shit out of Hendricks?
I think he could. It's just the fight makes me nervous because I know that all that Hendricks has to do is touch GSP once, and it's probably going to be over.
Yeah.
And that scares the crap out of me because GSP is like my MMA hero.
Did you see that picture? For the YouTube fans on here, you'll be able to see like the YouTube fans are going to be able to see the pictures that I put up. But there's this poster, okay? It's the UFC 100 poster.
Uh-huh.
It had all the champions on it. The only champion who still has his belt is George St-Pierre.
I saw that, dude.
You seen it?
Yeah, that's creepy, dude.
And it's from left to right, and George St-Pierre is the very last one.
Yeah, dude, that was crap. How'd it go? It went BJ,
Lyoto,
Lesnar, Silva, GSP.
Yeah.
In theory, it should be GSP if you're going off that poster.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm so worried about. Like, I believe in superstition. Like, remember yesterday we were talking about I think it was 2 days ago, maybe.
Oh, the Frank Mir thing.
Yeah, the black magic, yeah.
Yeah, magic. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I did see that poster. That freaked me out. I was like, no way.
And it's just really creepy, right? Because the way that Silva lost, though.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Because if you think about it, UFC 100, okay?
Yeah.
And that's the way that each of the people, like, really lost their titles.
You mean like Silva did?
Like, Silva at UFC 101 put his hands down against Forrest Griffin.
I gotcha. I see what you're saying now.
Right? BJ got dominated by... Well, he didn't get dominated in his first fight, but, like... You know what I mean?
Like he was expected to dominate.
Yeah, and then he lost. And then Lesnar got destroyed by Velasquez.
Yeah, dude.
The way that he destroyed Mir at UFC 100. I don't know. It just... Oh, Lyoto Machida got knocked out the way that he knocked out Rashad.
Well, first he robbed Shogun.
And you know what? That fight was actually close. Come on.
Shogun clearly won that fight.
I have this argument with everyone. Like, I don't get me wrong. I believe that Shogun won, but like, it's not as much as a robbery as everyone's saying it is.
It was a total robbery. It was close, but Shogun clearly won the fight. I know that makes no sense, but
no,
Shogun totally won.
You know, it was a close fight, but he got robbed.
And you can say whatever you want that Joe Rogan was influencing my decision. Shogun totally won that fight.
You know what? No,
He defended his title against Lyoto Machida. They just got the hype and the media promotion wrong.
Well, yeah, you know, I say the same thing about Chael, though. You know, Chael beat Jones, but...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Whoever listens to this podcast, if they even get in this 21 minutes in, they're going to say, like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know what I mean? They're like, do these guys even know what they're... Do you guys even UFC?
Do you guys even watch UFC? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, no, and it's nuts the way that poster is, though. Like, I have a feeling that George St-Pierre is going to get his first finish, actually.
Against Hendricks.
I think that Hendricks is going to gas out in the 4th round. And
I think Gsp could sub him, dude.
That's what, a rear naked choke.
Yeah, dude. I thought about that early when the fight was announced.
And the only thing that George St-Pierre really has to worry about is the hands.
Yeah, he cannot get hit, and if he gets hit, it can't be a clean shot.
Yeah.
Any clean shot by Hendricks is a lights out punch.
And then, see, that's the whole thing, though. I think that George St-Pierre is going to take risks in this fight, which is worrying me.
Yeah, it worries me too. It would be good for him, I think, for his fan base.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if he does it in this fight, it might be a bad idea.
Yeah, he it's not like he has a glass jaw or anything. He's never been knocked out.
Yeah, even when Sarah hit him, he wasn't like out cold. He was just like, wobbly, and I've been hit too many times.
Yeah, and I think that George St-Pierre has an amazing chin. It's just the guys who hit him hit like a fucking truck.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't take a Carlos Condit head kick.
That's what I'm saying. And the way that he did it, though, and did you watch Joe Rogan's podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience with George St-Pierre?
No, dude, I haven't seen that one.
George said that during the Carlos Condit fight, the Matt Serra fight actually helped him, because in the Matt Serra fight, he got hurt, and then his pride made him stay in there instead of backing up and resetting. And that's what he said that he did in the Carlos Condit fight. Like, he backed up and he did whatever he had to.
I think Carlos formed in and George secured guard and cleared his head a little bit.
Yeah, and
correctly.
Yeah. I watched that fight like 1,000 times, by the way. I love that fight. I remember sitting here, okay? My ex went to her mom's house, and my mom let me come over to watch the fight, because I'm like, yo, George St-Pierre's fighting tonight. And she's like, okay.
She's like, I understand. That's our nation's hero.
Yeah, no. Like, and you should have heard me, man. I was yelling out GSP. My mom kept on looking over, right? She was making me macaroni and cheese, I think, too. That's how I remember. That's how good I remember this night. And she's sitting in the room, and I'm in the living room watching it on the TV or on the computer and everything. And all you see is Carlos Hendricks, Carlos Condit head kick George St-Pierre, and all you hear is me yell, "Fuck!" And she runs out here. She's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "George St-Pierre's getting fucking rocked."
See, I remember what I did, because my girlfriend she doesn't stay up and watch the pay-per-views with me.
Yeah.
She's always in bed, so I'm like, I cannot make any noise. And I'm in this apartment with like 4 other people, the 2 below and the 1 above me. So like I can't freak out like I want to. So Carlos lands a head kick, and I'm like, I jump off the couch, and I'm like silently screaming, "No, no!" Like it's just my mouth moving, and my arms like flailing up and down. Like I can't believe what's happening.
It would be the worst.
Like, I run like right in front of the TV. I'm like, "Get up, George! Get up, George!"
He recovered well though, and then he got back up. He threw, I think, 4 punches, and he slammed Carlos Condit back down.
Yeah, he went after. He looked rusty in that fight, but he looked. It was like a good kind of gritty thing. He went out there and he went for it.
See, I think that the worst combination would be me and you watching a pay-per-view together, especially if we had to be quiet. You know what I mean? Like, because at that moment, like, we would yell so loud, like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, dude. Like if you give us a pay-per-view with like each fight has one of our favorite fighters in it, it'd be out of control.
Even if it wasn't one of our favorite fighters, and say it was like a Chael, like, because Chael's not one of my favorite fighters. I just like him because of the whole WWE thing.
Who's your middleweight?
What?
Who's your favorite middleweight?
Lieben.
Okay.
How's that even a question? Come on, get your head.
I totally knew the answer. I don't even know why I had to ask it now that I think about it.
Lieben's my boy.
Let's pretend Lieben is fighting our least favorite middleweight, Michael Bisping.
Okay. Yeah.
And Lieben knocks him out. We're both like, yeah!
Yeah, fuck you, Bisping.
Exactly, dude.
Did you see what Bisping said, actually?
He wants to rematch everybody he's lost to?
Yeah, including Henderson. He's like, oh, I would handle Henderson now. I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
Just gonna get knocked out like 5 more times?
Really? Why would you want to fight a guy who gave you the dirtiest knock? I guess I know why, because now he's getting old and maybe he can beat him now. But
he's tired of seeing all those memes of his knockout face.
Those are never gonna end though. Even if he destroys Henderson even worse, you know,
it'll still be there.
It's always gonna be there, and there's nothing that he can ever do about it.
Bisping's such a bum. If Weidman beats Silva in a rematch, he'll probably get a title shot though.
I don't know. I hope so.
If he gets past Munoz, I bet you they'll give him a title shot.
Well, I want to see Vitor fight Anderson actually.
I do too, but I guess nobody else does except you and me.
I don't know why. I honestly I don't like Vitor. I don't.
Well, Dana's like, it's because of how he got knocked out in that fight. It was humiliating and embarrassing. It's gonna take like 10 fights to erase that.
Yeah, but how about Cain Velasquez getting knocked out by Dos Santos?
Yeah.
You know, or George St-Pierre getting rocked by fucking Sarah. You know, it's
GSP won 2 fights, got a title shot. Velasquez won 1.
Yeah. And then you have to think about the thing too. What's his name? Anderson got knocked out as well. Why is he getting an instant rematch?
Yeah, I mean, I understand why he's getting a rematch because it was like his streak was incredible and he's the best fighter of all time. And the way it happened too, people want to see the rematch.
I hope he loses again.
Where people are saying the one half saying he needs to get this rematch now because if he wasn't goofing around, he would have dominated that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would agree with, actually. Just because Weidman, you could tell Weidman was dead tired after that first round.
Yeah, I think so too. But like,
that's because of his layoff, and I'm so torn between this rematch because I have no idea who to pick.
I'm seriously calling for Weidman, man. I don't know. Like, I think that's a new thing. Oh. Let's talk about this. Hold on. Forget the Anderson Silva thing, because the funny thing is, the same night that's going on, Roy Jones and Rampage Jackson are gonna box.
And I might watch that.
I think I am
so
too.
Interesting, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. If it's on like the same time as Rousey versus Tate 2, I'm gonna watch Rampage box.
I'm gonna have them both on my screen.
Ooh, dude, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
And I'll mute Rampage's fight.
Well, yeah,
obviously. I hate commentators.
Yeah, they're like, oh, nice jab, nice cross, nice hook.
Nice head weave.
Yeah, there's only so many things that you can commentate in a boxing match.
Let's talk about Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, really. Oh, I would like. I think Floyd Mayweather would beat Roy Jones. It's like, shut up, man.
I'm gonna do that then, dude. That's a good idea. Cause like, I know it's kind of like a silly fight. But at the same time, it's so interesting.
It's still Rampage versus Roy Jones, you know? It's like...
I think it's interesting because that's who Anderson Silva wanted to fight if he beat Weidman.
Oh, that's why Dana's so pissed.
Yeah, and then Rampage, like, 3 weeks later, is like, I'm going to fight Roy Jones Jr. And I was like, holy crap.
I want to pull for Roy Jones because he was the only boxer who I really seen fight live other than Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Uh-huh.
Like, but from that generation, he was the only fighter. Like, I never got to see Tyson fight. Or, you know what? I might have seen him fight live once when my dad was watching it or something when I was a kid, but...
Yeah. And, like, I've never been a big boxing fan, so I don't know a whole lot about Roy Jones Jr.
But I want Rampage to win, because if Rampage wins, and if he knocks out Roy Jones Jr...
That's a win for MMA.
That's what I'm saying.
Boxing is dead.
And then everyone's going to cry. Everyone's going to cry about it.
It begun when Couture tapped out James Toney, and we'll put the nail in the coffin when Rampage beats Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, and I'm so happy Anderson's not fighting because Anderson, I think, would get trashed by Roy Jones.
I don't know, like I said, I've never seen Roy Jones fight, but from what I understand, from what I read, he's way out of his prime.
I don't think so. You know, I seen him. I seen his last boxing match. I think it was in 2010, actually. I think he won it by knockout. Pretty sure. You know, he didn't look too bad in there. You know.
Well, it'll be interesting because Rampage hasn't knocked anybody out since UFC 92.
Really?
When he knocked out Landy.
Everyone just accredits that to what's it called, or not Liddell, Juan's
crappy chin.
Yeah, and I don't think it was that. I think it was just that Rampage hit him.
Rampage hits hard, dude.
Rampage hit him as hard as he could.
Yeah, dude. That was the last fight he was really motivated for.
I think he was motivated for the John Jones fight. It's just that him coming out crawling really fucked up Rampage.
He was motivated for about 5 minutes, and then after the first round, he was like, "Crap, I'm screwed."
See, and if I was Rampage, I would just ran at him, man.
That's what I thought. That's why I picked him to win. I was like, Rampage is gonna run up in there and like hit him once, and it'll be over.
He doesn't have that kind of passion anymore, and that's what I think he's gonna get ragdolled by Roy Jones.
Probably, and it'll make me sad, but at the same time, I want Rampage to win really bad.
See, but Rampage is he from this new deal that he made, the TNA, his reality show, and Bellator, he's already made $1 million at least. And
I mean, he has a loaded plate too right now.
Yeah, he has to go to TNA every week.
That's not the best thing for being in fight, like having fights at the same time.
Yeah.
I've seen it before with when he did the A-Team movie. When he came back and fought Rashad, he looked terrible.
I think, yeah, but he rocked him in the last round, right?
Yeah. And then same thing happened to Roger Huerta.
Really?
He went off, did a couple movies, came back, lost 2 UFC fights, got cut, and he's on like a 4 or 5 fight losing streak right now, I think.
Where is he right now? I want to fight him.
No, the last time I saw him, he was getting soccer kicked by some Japanese dude.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was a brutal soccer kick. That was the last time I saw anything from him.
Yeah, this guy got freaking punted into next week.
Yeah, dude.
And I actually like that league. They had one in Canada, actually, with soccer kicks and everything.
Soccer kicks are fun.
Yeah, it was called the
like
East... What, go on?
They're brutal, but they're just so fun.
I would never want to get hit by one, but...
Well, I wouldn't either, but I would love to do it to somebody.
Yeah, I think that would be probably the most satisfying fight.
I would go for the foot stomp.
No, you know what? I wouldn't, man. I actually do a move whenever I'm sparring with people and they hit the ground. You know that heel kick to the body when they're on their back? When, like, they're trying to get... Yeah, I do that all the time.
Nice.
And, like, it hurts, man. I've had it done to me before. It's like, ugh. You know, and the only way that I reverse it when somebody does it to me is a heel hook. But, yeah, what were we even talking about? I'm sorry.
Can't even remember, dude.
Yeah, okay. Now, let's talk about the next week's card.
Give me 1 second. I'm interested in a couple fights on this card here.
Yeah, I'm gonna search it. I'm gonna search it up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too, buddy.
It's again. See, it's.
Oh, dude, we have a good week this week, dude. Bellator's on this week too.
What is it? What events on this week for Bellator?
Chandler versus Rickles, Askren versus Korskov, King Mo's fighting.
Oh, he's gonna get knocked out again.
He's fighting that guy who just beat Babalu.
Oh.
It's King Mo versus Jacob Noe, Ryan Martinez. Wait a minute. Where's the other tournament final? Oh, that is the tournament final. That's right. The Summer Series is only a 4-man tournament.
I like that more, though.
Yeah, it's a little more exciting, I think. It's King Mo versus Jacob Noe, and Jacob Noe is a bum.
Yeah, but so is the other guy.
Give him Bob Liu in the first round, he would not be in this final.
Yeah, but you gotta think, too, like, you know, what's his name just got knocked the hell out by a bum.
That guy's pretty good.
He's not pretty good. Come on.
He's pretty good. He's not like King. He's not better than King Mo, but he's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of Ian McCall, Uncle Creepy, he's fighting Saturday actually.
He bet. Oh man, first fight on the FX card. He's dropping down there.
Well, he doesn't have much. Like, I'm just gonna skim through this. I'm not even gonna talk about every fight on the.
He should easily beat this guy.
Yeah.
I think I have him on Tapology. I have him winning by decision, but it should be a pretty dominant decision.
And then let's go up to Vinny Magalhaes versus Anthony Parash.
This is a must-win for both guys. The loser of this is definitely getting cut.
I hope Vinny Magalhaes. I hate when people say that their jiu-jitsu, like, because they're from Brazil, is so much better. That shit pisses me off. You know.
I think he's gonna win though. I think they're both good ground guys, but Vinny has the advantage in the feet.
Since when is Thales Leites back in the UFC?
Since like one fight ago, I think.
Oh my god, I haven't seen this guy.
Let me go see who he fought.
Yeah.
I think he fought. Oh no, dude, this is his first fight back.
Okay.
He won he's on like a 5-5 winning streak, finishing off him by submission, so they brought him back.
That no, it's 3-fight winning streak.
Oh, okay.
No, he submitted 2, but he he split decision to Jeremy Horn.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. I don't think he should be back yet.
I think I'm going with Tom Watson. If he doesn't get taken down, Tom Watson's going to win the fight.
I'm going with Thales Leites, so then he wins and he calls out Anderson Silva for a rematch.
Oh, dude. That'd be epic. Especially if he's been hanging out with Chael, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
If I was him, I would go hang out with Chael for like the whole week before this. Right now, he needs to be with Chael right now. Learning how to call out Anderson Silva. If he does it right, he'll pull Weidman out of the title fight, take his belt, give it to Silva, and Leites and Silva will rematch.
Exactly. Thiago Santos. I thought that was Thiago Silva. Okay, forget that one. Forget that fight. Lyoto Machida versus Phil Davis. I think Phil Davis takes this.
He's gonna get wrecked.
I don't think so. See, these are the fights that we disagree on the most.
I think if Phil Davis is gonna win, you know how he's gonna win. He's gonna have to hold Machida up against the cage and get the takedowns.
That's okay. I'll accept that.
And I can see the fight going. I guess there's 3 ways. Phil Davis does that. If he wins this fight, that's huge for him.
Mm-hmm.
Machida's the number 1 ranked contender right now, even though what's-his-face is Gustafson's getting the title shot. Phil Davis either wins that decision, Machida dances around like he did against Dan Henderson, and he wins an extremely boring fight. Or Machida absolutely wrecks this guy like he wrecked Bader.
Yeah, I guess. Jose Aldo versus Chan Sung Jung, and the Korean Zombie wins this fight by knockout.
I love the Korean Zombie. He is so exciting. He is so fun to watch. But he's going to get killed by Aldo.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I love this guy. He is so exciting. I don't think he necessarily deserves this title shot, but he is the most marketable featherweight at the moment. I think if he fought Ricardo Lamas like he was supposed to, he would have lost that fight. And I think Ricardo Lamas, Frankie Edgar, and Cub Swanson deserve a title shot more than a Korean Zombie. But I understand why he's getting the title shot, because he's a marketable dude. People love this guy. How can you not love a Korean Zombie?
Yeah, I just looked on the Wikipedia page.
Every time I sit back and really think of the Korean Zombie, I picture George Roop knocking him out with a head kick.
I'm on the Wikipedia fight page, and it says Jose Aldo versus Uriah Faber.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's what it says for this fight?
On Wikipedia.
What a bunch of retards. I don't want to watch Faber get leg kicked for 5 rounds again.
That's great. That's pretty funny though.
Aldo is better at everything except submissions, I think.
I don't think so, man. I think he's
gonna not. There's a part of me that's like, I want to see the Zombie just take everything and pull off this upset, so it would be huge. But I think Aldo's going to knock him out in the first round.
I don't know. I think that Faber is... Or, not Faber. See? I was just reading the thing.
Dang Wikipedia.
Yeah. I think that Faber is going to... see? Again.
I was just about to say, dude, you said Faber again.
Yeah. Okay, I think Korean Zombie's going to knock out Aldo first round.
No way, dude.
Cheer around the ring. Get booed out of the building. That's good. Everyone's going to go home happy.
If the Zombie knocks out Jose Aldo in the first round, or knocks him out, period, I will paint your name on my chest for my fight with Crane. I will fight Crane with your name painted on my chest.
Alright.
The back will say, I'm Jason's bitch.
Okay. Just remember that. I got it on tape now. You can't go back on it.
I know, dude. I'll do it. There's no way the Zombie's knocking out Aldo.
Alright, just making sure. Just remember that.
I'll remember for that.
Alright, yo, I'm gonna have to cut it short because I have to go to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, dude, that's important. I won't keep you up for that.
So what we're gonna do is I'll probably have you back on the next time you're free.
Sounds good, man.
And we shall continue this chat, and because this is a good 40-minute podcast, so.
Oh heck yeah, dude! If anybody's still watching this right now, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you skipped to the end, I hope you enjoyed the part you watched.
Yeah. By the way, check out Rise to Lions on Facebook.
Oh yeah, dude, that's my band.
Yeah, well, no, I told you that we're gonna try to fit it in. I didn't want to,
Yeah, I just totally forgot about it, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone check out that. The link's gonna be in the description, and
Man, check it out, guys. And we got a couple videos up. We're gonna start recording our album this month.
Hopefully, they're gonna be on a bigger stage next time. But yeah.
But yeah, give this guy some love, guys. Jason Hanley's awesome. Check out his stuff. He's got a lot of good things going on, a lot of big ideas. Need to help this guy out.
Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna let you go, and yeah.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I can't wait to be back. I enjoyed it.
Alright, partner.